Hi, I'm Kris Wise here with Wise About Flower Mound, and today we are at the All About You Salon, and I have got Casey and Cherise with me, and we're going to talk about hair and just making all of us pretty. So tell me, how'd you get into this business?
Well, I've been doing hair for 25 years.
Wow.
In Louisville and Flower Mound, and I've been at All About You for 11 years now.
Gosh.
And last year, the previous owner was retiring, and I decided to take it over. And so I bought it at the end of last year, and it's been really exciting. It's been a little bit of a challenge with, COVID. And,
Yes.
we were shut down for 6 weeks, but everyone's just been so great, and, we've got a nice staff, and it's just... I started college to be a teacher, but I actually love doing hair, and just established in this area, and now the owner of this beautiful space.
Oh my gosh. And how exciting is that? You start out with a booth, so you're renting a booth here for a long time. You're seeing how the business goes, and then you get that incredible opportunity to buy the business.
Yes.
Wow.
And to take over from the previous owner was amazing.
Oh.
And so to be able to just slide right into something that works so well already was really, and then start to make it my own a little bit.
Right. Oh my gosh.
So.
Well, that is great because... Yeah, talk about being an entrepreneur, but also being, and we always talk about jumping into a rushing river. It's like the river was already going, so there you go. You are in there. So awesome. That is so exciting.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, congratulations.
That's just, we love
and
it.
you're surviving COVID.
Yes,
so, because that was a crazy time, certainly for salons.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we've had just, a steady stream. I have my standard clients, but a lot of new faces and new clients as well, and just building those relationships and helping women and men, we do male clients too, feel confident, relaxed, beautiful.
Well, this is a great space too. So. Just very relaxing. Because I know sometimes when I get into the chair with my hairdresser, it's like, I feel like I've come in sliding into home plate, and to be able to be calm and just be relaxed and have that hour to myself.
I'll tell you, this is sometimes the only chance that they get where, their boss isn't of course now with telecommunications, sometimes it doesn't, but at least you don't have your family constantly contacting you, and just, it's important, especially for women, to take that time to themselves and to just leave feeling relaxed but energized at the same time.
Exactly. Wow. And you, tell me about you. So you've been here a year?
Yes, I've been here a year.
But you've been doing hair for a long time.
Yes, my name is Cherise Alva, and I'm a stylist here, and I've been doing hair for 13 years. I've lived in this area. My favorite part about doing hair is just the clients that I get to meet, the connections I make. They become my friends, kind of an extension of my family. And I just love this community and just being able to be a part of it, within the business, and just being able to connect and meet people and serve them, make them beautiful. It's just my favorite thing to do.
Yeah, it is. It's great. And you're at a great location here. So 407 Highland Village Road, right next to the Grotto. Great place to eat. Right by Painted Tree, one of my new favorite places. Yeah. And if you haven't been to Painted Tree, you need to head over there. Neat stuff. A lot of local people own booths there. And, it's so neat. And that's what I love about this community. And what I've learned through doing these interviews is there's so many entrepreneurs that are, here in Flower Mound.
We all support each other.
Yeah, definitely. And like you were saying, we've got so many people relocating to the area.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And they come to Flower Mound and, Highland
Village too. We get several calls a week saying, I'm new to the area.
I'm new to the area, yes.
Which is wonderful.
It's wonderful. Exactly.
It's wonderful. And we want to, help and accommodate them the best we can.
Exactly.
And make them beautiful.
Right, definitely. So you've got quite a few spaces here. How many spaces do you have?
We have 8 spaces, but right now I've got 5 hairstylists and 2 estheticians.
Okay.
So we have a private relaxing room in the back where they do facials, microdermabrasion, eyelashes, waxing.
Great. So if I needed to get everything all waxed off, just go to that room and come out naked as the day I was born. Okay. TMI. So Okay, so that's nice. So you've got that and
And
facials.
for
That's
hair,
great.
we do everything from
Everything.
color, cut, highlights, balayage, extension. She's
Right.
really good at that. We kind of have somebody for everything you can think
Right.
of, and we kind of tailor it to each client, what they're looking for and what season they come in for.
Yeah.
Right.
So extensions. I mean, that's wild to think
Right.
about having that. So how does that all work?
So
It's
you,
magic.
That's what I'm thinking. It's like little Velcro.
you can use them. Most people use it to add volume.
Okay.
Not as many for length. I mean, yes, you can use it for length, but volume and there's a maintenance there.
Yeah.
There's a every 4 to 6 weeks. You
Oh,
have to get
okay.
them adjusted. There's several different types depending on your hair texture and your density.
Mhm.
There's tape ends. There's it's called I-tip. They use little beads to attach the extensions. There's a halo couture that some of my clients have gotten for. You take it off each day, and it makes it. There's not as much. You don't have to ever come in and do anything else to it. You just kind of put it on.
Sounds like a
Kinda
toupee.
like a fall a little bit.
Okay. A fall. That was the nicer way of saying it than
Right.
toupee.
Yeah.
But yes.
It kind of comes about 3/4 of the way around the head, and it just blends in with your natural
Okay.
hair. So that's an option for some people who are wanting added volume and length.
Well, I tell you, when I was growing out my gray a couple of years ago, I needed something. I seriously, I thought about just shaving it off and putting a wig on
Right.
because, I mean, I couldn't go hide somewhere for a year.
Yes.
And I ended up just owning it and just being
That's
outright
perfect.
and just, and so I would introduce myself. I'd be like, "Hi, I'm Kris Wise and I'm growing my gray out," because anytime anybody met me, they didn't look at my eyes.
Yeah.
They looked at my
See
stripe
that
because I had
gray
very
glow.
dark brown hair. And that was an interesting year. But once it was grown out, oh my gosh, I get so many compliments on it. And God did a really good job with the
yes.
color. So I
There are
appreciate
ways that we can facilitate that transition. Maybe put a few lighter strands or a few darker strands, depending on what color you've had. You can color it all silver, but it's quite the investment and the process. And then even then, about every 3 or 4 weeks, that has to be maintained.
Yeah.
And so if you can just really be patient, and especially with COVID and people not going as many places, and a lot of women have chosen, salons were shut down for 2 months. I've got 2 inches of gray.
Yeah.
Let's see what it looks like. Let's go for it.
Let's go for it. Yeah.
And
We can talk each client through, what process is best for them, whether it be highlights or gray or just grow it
Well,
out.
and that's what
Right.
you need is that expert really to help you through that, because I don't know how to do it. And what do I do? What can I expect?
Exactly.
How long is this going to take?
Exactly.
And how do I not look just so crazy, in the meantime? And
like right now with the change of the season, people are looking at changing their hair color. Blondes are, going more brunette, the auburns, the cinnamon, the chocolate caramel highlights, or even taking that platinum for the blondes that still want to be blonde to a little bit more of a blonde or a beige blonde.
Okay.
Okay. And of course we can help with that.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty easy transaction because, as winter comes, we're not as tan
Right.
and things like that. And so we tend to, alter the hair just a little bit.
Exactly. Okay, so do
Absolutely.
people still get perms?
Yes, believe it or not.
There's actually been
I've
a
had
little
perms.
surge in perms.
Oh my gosh, I wonder why. I think there's a chemical in perms that makes you forget what it's like. And so then you get your perm. I've gotten a perm. I looked like Howard Stern because I had long hair. I was in college. Oh my gosh. I mean, I shouldn't have gotten a perm. I've got so much hair. And it just was like, or maybe like the sisters on The Simpsons, Marge's sisters. It was just bad. And then I did it again. Why?
Well, now
Why?
they have what's called the modern perm.
Okay.
Where you can more just add wave to your hair.
Okay.
Bigger
And not
rods.
little tiny.
They have bigger bendable rods. And
Okay.
you can just add a little bit of wave without, the kinky 80s hair.
Yes.
And
her
a lot
style
of people
support.
are really enjoying that if you have like fine straight hair and just
Okay.
need that extra
Little bit
body, but it doesn't look like it used
Okay.
to.
A lot of the younger guys, like teenage boys,
Are getting-
letting their hair be longer on top and
And
perming.
making this mop.
Yes.
So
But
I
that's
mean,
what they like.
if you look at the Wise guys, they've got mops. So sorry, CJ, but hopefully he's not ever going to see this video. But yes, I'm like, I mean, it's like this.
Yep.
Yeah.
All the teenagers.
I know, and all his friends have that same kind of buffalo. So yeah.
There's also been a little bit more of a transition, like for the blondes to more of a lived-in look called Blayage.
Okay.
And so Blayage is a hand painting technique where the highlights are still there, but they're a little bit more sun-kissed. I mean, you can have more contrast still with Blayage, but the lines are softer. So you don't
Okay.
have, in 6 weeks, you don't see quite the grout as you do with a traditional foil highlight.
Okay.
And that's been a huge option for people that, they're just everything is high maintenance
Yes.
these days. And so if that buys you a little bit more
Flexibility,
time,
yeah.
flexibility.
Well, and that getting that straight,
Yes.
especially if you've got dark natural
Yes.
and then light
Mhm.
highlights and that.
This
I mean,
looks more
I
natural.
tried to get some of those over the years and it
Mhm.
just never,
Mhm.
because I don't know how you can re-highlight
Yeah.
just for that root. It just
Right.
there's
This
like,
is a
and
good
I'm
option.
like
Well, that's
so
our
not
job.
high maintenance. So to go every however often, I was
Right.
like, oh my gosh, it was bad
So
enough
you
just
can
getting my
give
stripe
options,
done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
but I always loved the look on other people. I
Mhm.
just wasn't willing to invest in the time and the money to be able to keep
Right.
that going and make it look good. So
And also, with COVID, some people took to doing their hair themselves.
yes.
Some people were lucky, some weren't.
Yes.
Yes, we've had plenty of those.
And
Oh my
so-
gosh, color correction.
Yes, yes. And we can certainly facilitate that too. Whether it be it turned brassy or it turned green or,
Oh.
and now that, maybe you let that sit a little bit. In this situation today with Kris, we don't have masks on for sake of conversation, but normally all of our stylists are masked.
Yes, they're very
all
clean here.
of the clients are masked, and that hasn't been a problem. They can-
Clean in between every client, all the chairs,
Yeah.
all the shampoo bowls, anything anyone touches,
Yeah.
sanitized
Yeah.
properly.
It'll be interesting to see in years from now
Right.
that just our incidence of flu and other
Right.
viruses, I think it's going to be less just because people are we're finally washing our hands. I don't know if
Right.
nobody washed their hands
Right.
before, but,
Taking
they're
it
out of
seriously.
soap and being able to keep things clean.
Mhm.
I think there's going to be some things that'll just live on after this because it's the right thing to do.
Mhm.
I mean, you want to have a clean environment.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
But,
definitely.
and that is first and foremost, but the biggest thing is just our clients. And since we have an open concept here,
Mhm.
it's nice on days, sometimes you can still have a private conversation, but
Right.
occasionally, I know what you're talking about, or, I did that. And sometimes half the room or the whole room just gets in on a conversation. And it's just a great family feeling, and relaxed. And we just love that about being here.
Oh, that is great.
Yeah.
I've so enjoyed my time with you
Thank
today.
you. We appreciate
Yeah,
it
that's
so
that's
much.
great.
And check us
So-
out on Facebook.
Yes, go ahead.
All About You Salon. We have a page, and then my personal one is Styles by Cherise.
Yes, and that's Cherise, Styles by Cherise. So yes, awesome.
We do have a space open for a full-time hairstylist.
Oh my gosh!
too.
So if you're looking
So
for a
do it,
place,
yes.
Come see us.
okay, I do have a friend who's at another place, and I know she's not happy.
Okay.
So I'll have to
All
talk
right.
to you about that.
Yes, I
Place
would
to
love
be.
to.
Yeah,
Thank you.
definitely. Well, thank you so much for tuning in today for All About You Salon, and we are so excited to have them, and I'm happy to be here as well. Once again, I'm Kris Wise with Wise About Flower Mound. Have a great week.